I heard about Forum through a contact at Dimensional Fund Advisors. I was in a situation where I needed to find someone like Forum, and I didn't really know how to find him. And I think I called this person and I just said, explained the situation, and I was like, do you know anybody that is, could help me with something like that? And so he's like, you need to talk to Jonathan. And he's like, he's a straight shooter, and just give him a call. So I went to Forum's website, and I saw Jonathan's name, but I also saw a familiar face in there, Brian Shapiro. And so I reached out to both of them at the same time, and it was just a really easy conversation. My tech stack, a lot of advisors talk about their tech stacks, and mine is flat. I use all of Forum's technology. When I first started using it, it was the first time in my career, which has been 20 years in this business, that I had a place to put everything. And I didn't have to go think about how the technologies work together. And it was critical, and it has allowed us to work very quickly just using all of the tools that were provided out of the box. And also what's been great is the technology has changed and adapted to enhancements that we've identified. They all have a feedback mechanism through there, and I've been very active in submitting feedback because we're all using the same technology, and you'll have developers in-house that do a lot of that. I probably submitted 20 things, and I would say 15 of them have been done already. It's a pretty rapid turnaround, and it's advisors using technology to help their business run better, but also help others that are working with Forum, like myself, work better as well. The short answer is that somebody that I respect and had more years in the industry than I suggested would be a good idea. He happened to be the founder of one of the largest RIAs in the country at the time, and they also had a back office group. He wasn't working in either of those at the time, but so it was like a grandfather, and it's like, okay, I'm listening, and so I said, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm going to look into that. I've worked with 3 registered investment advisory firms in my 20-year career. Interestingly, and I didn't realize this until about a year ago, that they've all started with H, the letter H. So the first H didn't have a back office firm at all. The second H, they did, and then they didn't. So I know what it's like of having one and not having one. And so when it came to starting the third H, I wanted to take the best of both worlds, and I searched around for a lot of different ones, and when it came time to making the decision, Forum stood out far and above the rest. I have a friend that does not have a back office group, and what I would tell him, and he's all by himself. He is doing everything by himself. He's been in the business for quite a while, and it gets tiring to do it all on yourself. The first firm that I was with, they didn't have anything, so everything was manual. You're filling out the forms. There's no technology that shortcuts the time it takes to serve a client, and it affects your cost structure. But he's never hired one because obviously there's costs involved. You have to give up something, and for me, it feels like a no-brainer because I feel like the value that I get versus the cost that I pay Forum for their services. I have my own trading team, I have my own operations team. It's nice having a team or a community behind you. The word or phrase that would sum up Forum for me is leverage and community. Both of those things, the community that Forum provides to an advisor is really beneficial. They have conferences twice a year, and it's a great place to be together and be in a room with people that are like-minded, solving the same problems for different people across the country, and it's really rewarding.